So I put in this from an old website I built. So in this case, I'm trying to use the page that's captured my attention in that old website I built. So in this website, I'm going to use the style of the review section. Okay, the review page. So I said also animate every part of the website and make a portion sensitive to hover. I don't know whether it's right, but then we go try. And again, I'm using the plan mode, so you can see that at this point I'm not going to pay anything. It is trying to tell me what to do, what to improve, and all that before I launch into the real deal, where I start losing the remaining credits. And mind you, I'm in the free plan. So while it is loading, I'll show you how I started this whole workflow. I started it with Relume, and it built a sitemap for me, and I think you can see from here. Let me zoom in. So it tells you what the navigation bar should have, the hero session, the features list, and all that. You have them here. Then it separates everything into other sessions. So you have, for every page, you have this nav bar, and then the page continues. So you have the menu, and then we have the online order and the blog page. Then we have the product page, and then under the blog page you also have another blog page. I know that with the free version of this one, I only have access to one app. I can only build one app, and then only one page is allowed now. So here I have the wireframe, how the whole thing should look like. So this is just like a sketch of the website. So you have something like this. Then I have the style guide. So it is what shows what kind of style we are going to use, the colors. And then the typography, where you have the main font style, the body font style, and then you have the UI style. With the UI style, it focuses on just a few things. So with this placeholder, you only have access to this style of buttons, and that's all you can do. But you have these options to make it rounded, square, or have a little bit of like a fillet at the edge, and even more, and rounded, complete rounded edge. Then with the image cards, this is how the whole thing is going to look like. So this is what it's made out of that for me. But it's quite unfortunate I cannot export this by myself. I can export it to Figma, and like you, I also don't know much about Figma. Okay, so I asked GPT to help me with that. I think Claude rather. And then this is what it told me. Sorry, it's opening something else, but let's go back to Relume. This is what it told me, that I should just take a screenshots of the website. So I made a number of screenshots. So you can see from here that I made a number of screenshots. Yeah. So these are the screenshotted images. Then I moved those images. So I moved the images to Google AI Studio. So let's go to my build, my apps. Okay, so here you have access to. So this is the Tango Pizza. So when I gave these screenshots to Google AI Studio, it also did what it can. But I didn't like the way this one looked. I actually wanted the image to cover the entire hero page, so that I can then put a video in the background, then have the text probably down here or aligned around the left region. So that is exactly what I told Google AI Studio to do for me, and this is what it brought to me in return. Go through, you see the screenshots I gave to Gemini, and after a number of tweaks, this is what it gave me. Then I added my video, but it refused to respond to the video. It refused to, work with the video. First off, I here's how I made a video. I went to Kling AI, right? So even before I came to Kling AI, I went to ChatGPT and I used GPT image 2 to generate these things, some pictures. Okay, so I came here, then I asked it to generate a very beautiful, visually appealing and mouth-watering full HD image of a slice of pizza being lifted from a whole pizza. So it gave me this image. Let's give it some time to load. Why it's delaying this time. So after it had given me this image, it was then that I went to Kling AI. Then I uploaded this image and I gave it the first frame or the start frame. So the first or the start frame, I made it the same image as the end frame. Then I asked it to animate and end it at the start frame. It was just going to lift that slice and then bring it down, lift it and bring it down, so that we'll have a continuous loop of the video so that it doesn't break at a point. So I think I was very happy with this. And again, I am using the free version, okay, of Kling AI, and I have just a few credits right here. But you can navigate through Kling AI's video model. Then you can go through their pricing and all that. It's quite friendly. So with this one, you get the Omni version, and you can even subscribe to the $6 per month, and then every day you have a number of videos to generate. There's a few images to generate. So having seen this, I realized that the image is quite heavy after I exported it. So after exporting, I realized it was somewhere around. If you try to open it right here, you notice that it is 8.3 megabytes. Okay, um, and 8.3 megabytes in the website is too much. Again, I didn't include any audio. Mind you, you can mute the audio, but the audio track is still in there. So tell the AI not to include any audio in your video. Now, with this 8.3 megabytes, it's kind of too heavy to make our website not lag. So um, I took this to Handbrake. So here you are, and it's simple, very simple to use. Yes, so with Handbrake, I was able to reduce the size of our video. You can check it out yourself if I'm to make time to go through all that's going to delay the video. But here's how it looks like. Okay, you first have to upload your source video. So for instance, this is the video. If I click on open, it will start. Then you try to reduce a few things there. I will show you in the subsequent videos. Then I got the video reduced. So let me go to find, then go to documents. I guess it's here, or movies. Okay, so here you can see that the same video is here, but this time check it out, 1.6 megabytes without losing the quality. It's the same quality we had initially. After using Handbrake to reduce, I came back to the AI Studio, came back to Google's AI Studio, then to our apps, then this one. Then I uploaded the video here. There are two ways to do this. One, you can upload the video in any host you have, or you can even upload it on YouTube. Then bring the link in here. I tried that and it didn't work. I even uploaded the video, it didn't work. So you can see from the chat that I did upload the video. It didn't show up, it didn't play. I just didn't know why. It kept showing this image. So I had to try it somewhere else. So I came to this side, then I exported the entire code from here. Funny enough, I took it to Lovable. So let me go back to that particular project. I think this is it. Pasted this here. And then I added a video to it. Lovable gave me this. So I think Lovable really understood what we're doing. Now, there's a few tweaks I want to do with Lovable. So I gave it a few instructions.